Roger Muntu is a sports journalist at the Voice of America. He joins us now live from Washington. Thanks for joining us, Roger. For those viewers who don't really get what Kobe Bryant accomplished in his basketball career, explain just how big an NBA legend he really was.
Now, for those who probably don't know, this man, Kobe Bryant, was more than just a basketball player. Kobe Bryant, we just heard on the tape, on the report, how many points he had scored, 20 years in the NBA, 5 championships that he had won. Let's don't forget that this player, Kobe Bryant, came directly, one of the rare players who came directly from high school to the NBA. We don't usually see that. Matter of fact, that created issues around the players and around the NBA association itself. How can they get a player directly from high school to the NBA? He was that great. He was that great as a player, and we all knew that this man was a legend when people start comparing Kobe Bryant to Michael Jordan. And so many times we heard Kobe Bryant on different interviews say, please do not compare me to Michael Jordan. I want to be the Kobe Bryant. I want to be who I am. And he had proved it by his style of game, the way he was playing, his personality, and of course, all the rest that he has done in the NBA.
So Kobe Bryant, obviously very skilled on the court, but also apparently incredibly charismatic person. Did you know him, interview him? Do you have a favorite story about Kobe Bryant?
Now, me personally, I went to so many games. I didn't know him personally. I never got a chance to sit down with him, but I've assisted to so many games that he played because one of my friends played so many times with him, Dikembe Mutombo, who also played for the NBA. So many times Dikembe will invite me to go watch them play, especially here in DC or in ATL in Atlanta. So I speak to Dikembe all the time. He is the one that would tell me mostly, how Kobe Bryant was. Yeah, very charismatic. That's true. Very nice as a person, according to Mutombo, who I spoke to also yesterday. Very nice as a person. Wanted to give back to the community so many times. He had created different foundations and he'll help student coaching kids, all of it. So really nice as a person. And let's don't forget that he has that in the U.S., Kobe Bryant is an African-American, but who grew up overseas most of the time. He was in Italy, let's not forget, with his dad who was playing in Italy for so many years. He spoke so many languages. He spoke Italian, Portuguese, and English. All of that made Kobe Bryant so special. That's all we know.
Roger, I have to ask, Kobe Bryant, of course, also touched by scandal in recent years, his reputation tarnished by these accusations of rape we mentioned in this piece. Do you think that will tarnish his image long term now that he's died so tragically young?
Now, I personally don't think so, and I'll tell you why. I'm also a basketball coach myself. I coached basketball for 20 years, in high school level. When we heard that news, when that news came, everybody was so mad at Kobe Bryant. Everybody was so hurt. It's like the whole country, we knew who he was, and we could never imagine that Kobe Bryant will do such thing. Now, let's also, as we heard on the report, the charge was dropped because he accepted that he committed adultery, but he said he didn't commit any rape. But we were still hurt. And he promised to change his life, to turn his life around. We also heard because it's like we knew him, as I say. It's like we knew his wife, we knew his family, we knew his wife, who rarely speaks with the media. But we were putting ourselves as players, as going to on her shoes as well, thinking how she's going to feel about this. Kobe Bryant it's like one of those kids that everybody knows. It's like your kid, it's like your family member, and that's the feeling that we had. So I don't think that will tarnish the way because after that he proved to turn his life around and stay away of that.
What makes this story all the more tragic is Kobe Bryant had been coaching his daughter. He kind of called her his hope for the future of basketball, his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, who also tragically died with him in that crash. They were on their way to a basketball game with his Mamba Sports Academy. Tell us a bit more about his involvement in coaching in young people's lives like his daughters.
Now, as I was saying, he was involved in so many charity help. He wanted to help younger kids, not just his kids. But talking about, this is more tragic also, as you just said, that people didn't expect his daughter to be, and they were just hoping that the daughter was not in that helicopter. But he was doing what he loves doing. He loves his family. He loves his kids. He loves his daughter. We've seen picture now on all over social media, either putting the dad and the daughter in the same picture. This is just a tragedy. No one, I guess no parent will want to die with the daughter in a crash, and any.
Sorry, we seem to have lost our connection there with Roger Muntu, but many thanks to him, a sports journalist there at Voice of America, speaking to us from Washington.